going on, y'all? What's going on?
Take a squat.
Have a seat.
Alright.
Welcome to my lounge.
Alright. Don't be acting weird now and shit.
It's just like, welcome to the lounge.
So, how was everybody's day, man?
It's alright. Another day.
It's all good.
Let's get things cut. Start smoking.
Yeah. So, like, y'all saw the UFC fight this past Saturday? Nope.
Yeah, I saw it. It was sad.
Unfortunately.
It was sad, right? Like,
Stipe was too old already.
the ass whooping that John Jones had to give Stipe this past weekend.
I feel like
so stiff. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, he looked so old.
look at cutters.
Oh, yeah, it's like a little stuff.
Little stuff.
Yeah, it's very
There we
stuff.
go. It's
Yeah.
'cause well, cutters like this, the problem with them is there's a slot on the inside and the bottom. And tobacco always gets caught, and that's why it's like that. I have a cutter.
But yeah, Stipe, I mean, that's why, like, a lot of people, they were just like, all right, John, I mean, you won a fight that we all expected you to win. And yeah, when you looked at the rankings of, like, the heavyweight fighters, y'all saw how there was a graphic that said, like, oh, it doesn't matter.
Good.
That one's already open, so we'll just finish that one.
But continue.
But yeah, like, y'all saw that graphic where, like, the top 15 heavyweights, like, they all had an opponent that they won against, and Stipe was the only one out of the 15 with, like, no fights in the past, like, 3 or 4 years.
I mean, shit, John did a fight for like 2 years before that too.
Man.
When you get to become a champion like Stipe or John Jones, you get to pick your fights. You know? You get to say yes or no, because at that point you're already old. You're no longer fighting for legacy. You're fighting for strictly, and that's exactly what Stipe did.
Yeah. But like, John Jones should fight Aspinall.
He should. That'd be a great fight to watch.
Because it has to come back in full circle. Like,
When
when he started the
unify.
when he started the UFC, what's his name, Machida?
Yeah, Shogun or something, right?
Yeah, gave him the chance. He was like the champion. He was on a run. He
Shogun
gave
was good.
a no-name John Jones a chance. And you gotta give those new guys a chance.
Fancy. We got some cedar wicks here, huh?
Yeah. So,
We just gotta try everything out.
The
You know?
cedar is the best, for sure. It just, you need to make sure it's not windy. Yeah?
So is John Jones the GOAT?
I think he is.
Even with the picograms and all that bullshit.
With the what?
Picograms, you know, the
That's
steroids.
See, a lot of people take away the, like, don't get me wrong. I believe you shouldn't be taking steroids if you're doing that sport professionally and all that shit as well. But Jones came in during an era where everybody was fucking juice, you know? Not saying it's right or wrong, but it's definitely a part of the sport. It's a part of every sport, I feel like, to be honest. It's hard to get away completely a sport where no one's taking something. Like, did you see when Lance Armstrong was racing? They had to go to, like, what was the ranking? It was, I think...
It was like the top, like, 20?
Yeah,
or...
it was more than the top 20 or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
All of them had steroids. So if they were to take away the medals, they would have gave, like, the 30th fucking person a gold medal. Like, what?
Yeah, I think at the highest level, like, these people are just so obsessed. Like, they want to be the best, right? They're going to do
Anything it takes.
everything, yeah.
but then, do you guys think, like, if you're using a handicap to boost your performance, can you really call yourself the best? You know, like, okay, if you make a brand new sport, like, organization where everyone is juice, now it's like, okay, now you set the playing field, like, at a level where you just want to see humans achieve insane levels of like athleticism or something. Okay, I understand like enhancing yourself, but in a sport where you just want to be clean. Like every sport, for the most part, every organization they encourage clean, like supplements and stuff like that. Like, can you really consider yourself the best if you use like external help when others didn't? That's not very fair.
It's definitely not fair, but in general, life isn't fair. So people are always doing it.
Yeah, that's true.
You can't control what people do, but people are going to do that type of stuff anyways, no matter what. You got to hold it like this.
Oh,
Yeah, like some
Oh,
flame
But
goes
then
uppers.
there's GSP, Mighty Mouse, Khabib, no steroids. Like,
And they're considered some of the best in the sport, right?
See, the thing with that, and the argument, this is the argument from the beginning of time. Even when MMA wasn't around, what do people say the baddest man on earth is? The heavyweight champion of the world. That's the baddest man. You're right? It doesn't matter what sport it was. The heavyweight champion was always the baddest man on earth. They always said that.
True.
So, when it comes to being the GOAT, of course those guys are the GOATs. Like GSP is 100%. Mighty Mouse is 100% one of my GOATs. Even Fedor, but Fedor was a bigger guy. But those guys, man, like, we're talking GOATs no matter what weight class. Put John Jones and Mighty Mouse together, what do you think's going to happen, right?
yeah.
You're right. But that is not a knock to Mighty Mouse either, because you guys
Yeah, it's
remember
not.
that.
It's just how
You guys remember that one video where Mighty Mouse did that wrestling against that?
Yeah, he did. He was an IBJJF.
Super.
Against another brown belt. Yeah.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Yeah, it is very impressive.
Depends on the era and the organization too. Because this term GOAT is also a marketing term.
Mm.
But everyone has their own favorites. Subjective anyway. There's no wrong answers.
Mm.
It's hard to say too. Like you gotta look at level of competition.
Mm-hmm.
Sean Jones beat everybody from every generation of the past, present, and possible future champs. You know.
But on steroids.
He wasn't on steroids.
Maybe not for
How
every
do
single
you know,
fight. You know what I'm saying? You don't.
You're right. You're
Yeah.
right. You're
But
right.
then also, it's how do you not know that the other people are on it either?
Because they never got caught.
But
Like.
just because you didn't cut caught doesn't mean you can do it.
But that's the thing. Like.
You know? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's in thin air. Like we don't fucking know.
But if you get caught, that diminishes like a lot of it. You know.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely
You shouldn't
takes
have
back
got caught.
Yeah, it
in the
takes
first
back
place. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
a lot of your accolades, but it's hard to say. GSP's up there too. I have no order of who's my favorite all time, but definitely there's GSP, John Jones, Mighty Mouse.
But it's like, all right, those are the all-time greats. But who's your favorite fighter?
Like right now,
Yeah. Or no, just in general.
just to watch
Just to watch. Not right now, currently, but all time.
of all time. That's a very hard question because I've watched since Pride era. Pride
Yeah.
era is like before the UFC was around. And that's so hard. But definitely one of my favorite fighters that never really did anything, never had a championship or anything like that, was Zabit. You ever seen Zabit? Zabit was a monster.
There's this video on YouTube where he's fighting what's his name? The current champion, Khabib's fucking cousin. What's his
Oh,
name?
Islam.
In like Kazakhstan. It's
Yeah.
like a amateur fight.
Yeah.
And they're going at it. You should watch it one day.
Bro,
Like, yeah.
he was a monster. And the difference between him and compared to the other dudes from Dagestan is that most guys do traditional wrestling, judo, grappling backgrounds. He went to a striking school instead.
Mm.
In Dagestan, they had a traditional martial art striking schools like Taekwondo, Kung Fu, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And he did that instead. That's why when you watch him fight, he's throwing 360 spinning kicks, hook kicks, crescent kicks and shit. And none of the other Russian dudes are throwing that because they're all wrestling based.
And he doesn't look the part, but when he like
He's
does
skinny
those
enough,
kick-
yeah.
yeah.
But it was also during for his weight class, he was very tall. So that definitely gives you benefit for his kind of style. Anyway.
Yeah, I think my fighter probably Anderson Silva. That's when I
But
really
he's already
started.
he's a go-to though. You know,
Yeah,
Anderson is definitely.
he was
And
exciting.
if people ever say Izzy is a goat, bro, if you think Izzy's a goat, Anderson's your real goat because Anderson was the original Izzy, pretty much. You know. But he got caught for steroids too.
That is true. But he was just too fun to
That's-
watch.
there you
know?
go.
Yeah, he's.
There's an exception.
No, that's why he's not on my goal
Yeah.
list. You know.
I think there's a lot of goats. It's just hard to say because all the goats that people have never fought each other. So
Man, I think my favorite fighter of all time got to be Max. Max Holloway.
he is very entertaining. He's a good personality as well. He's not just as a fighter. I would want to hang out with Max Holloway.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, you know, he achieved the
I mean,
highest.
he's already achieved goals.
Yeah, he achieved
Right
the
now it's just
championship. Yep. And it's just so cool, you know. He's that one guy in the UFC where, you know, he tells, like, in the 5th round, he's just pointing at the ground saying, leave it all on the mat, let's go. And they're just throwing haymakers at each other. So, you know, when you said, like, the baddest man on the planet is a heavyweight champion, like, that kind of makes sense why Joe Rogan always says, like, oh, BJ Penn. He always brings up BJ Penn when he's discussing, you know, UFC goes, because BJ Penn fought every single weight class.
Did. He 100% did. And you can't take away anything BJ Penn's done.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time,
Wait, 5'4" BJ Penn fought heavyweight?
he fought just
Yeah?
he fought like every single weight class possible. He was also one of the first people ever to get a jiu-jitsu black belt in like 3 or 4 years. But and he was legit. It wasn't like just some gimme. He won ADCC. He won like all the highest accolades you could. But
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to him. I think
Talking about like, sorry, y'all talking about like our personal favorite fighters or the greatest?
just personal.
Yeah, like your personal,
Or both, honestly.
it can be your GOAT and then your personal favorite. That's not necessarily considered a GOAT, but you just like to watch the person fight, you know?
I like to watch Sanchai fight, the Muay Thai fighter.
Oh yeah, Sunshine is
He's
cool.
very entertaining.
Oh,
But it's
man.
just, man, he's just so old now.
Oh, man,
so
it came out from
can't-
left field with that one.
You
In
can't.
his prime, like he can
Yeah,
fight
he's
people like
prime.
bigger, taller,
Yeah, he fought every kind of people.
better reach, but he managed to find a way to like win. But in terms of like the goal, everyone has a different answer here. Mine
But MMA wise,
MMA wise, mine would be Fedor.
Fedor
In his prime,
Nico,
like-
yeah,
10 years undefeated, 28 fights.
he was a beast.
That's hard to beat.
But it's just hard, man. The UFC 100% is the creme de la creme. But
It was
he
like
has,
so small back
yeah,
then.
but
that was the issue,
he
yeah.
does have an argument where it wasn't really that big back then. You know?
Mhm.
During back then, it was Pride and all those bigger organizations.
Yeah.
Risen.
Pride was crazy
Yeah.
back then.
It's ran by the Yakuza back in the day. You
No
saw
drug
that?
testing in Pride, right?
They legit probably said you can do all the drugs you want, bro. There was guys that were 7 feet tall, 400 pounds fighting dudes that are 220, 230. They gave no fucks. It was all entertainment factor. That's why when you look at a Pride fight and you watch the old videos, there's pyrotechnics, there's all these lights going off when people are walking through. It's like
Mm-hmm.
almost wrestling inspired, like real wrestling inspired. Because in Japan, wrestling is huge. In America, wrestling is huge too, but it's almost as even
Like,
now. Even if you look at it now,
compared to
Yeah.
all the other sports.
UFC and WWE have a merger
Yeah.
contract together. They don't do any of the intros that WWE does. You see all those crazy lights and all that shit? We don't do that in MMA.
It's so boring compared to
Exactly.
that. Yeah.
But in Pride, they did all that shit. Dudes were walking out of masks, had dances,
It
like
kept you entertained.
yeah, it was all about entertainment.
It's hard to entertain the Japanese crowds too, because
Yeah.
you get no reaction. They're just like NPCs. But for them to actually show emotion,
You go to a fight, a lot of times in other countries, you go to fights, it's quiet. Because people respect fighting. They're not there just to get fucked up. They're there to really watch
The
You know?
skills,
the
yeah.
skills and all that. America, most people, 99%, you ask them about an MMA fight, they're like, is Conor McGregor fighting? Like, bro, this dude hasn't fought in fucking...
This guy just raped someone, like.
That's a whole different topic. Yeah, I saw that. I don't know if it was an allegation or not. I just didn't want to even read it. It's like, come on, Conor. You're a fucking billionaire. Why are you even getting in trouble with shit like this? But then again, he's a billionaire. It could be a false accusation. I don't know. I didn't read into it. Disclaimer.
It's just so sad to see Conor's fall, though. You know, like this guy revolutionized. Like he is a big part of why the UFC got popular.
Yeah.
Like he knew how to sell fights. Like he was crazy as fuck. But listen, like at those press conferences, he sold all his cards and he found a way to fight Floyd Mayweather. Like one of the
Goats.
goats of boxing. And I think that was the downfall. You know, that after that Floyd Mayweather fight, you just kind of saw like Conor didn't have the heart for MMA anymore.
Well, when you go from making $100 million in one night, and you go back to making, I don't know what he made, maybe 5, 10, let's say even 20 million, where you just took a 4x reverse, you know?
Yeah.
It's hard to want to do it. And let's be honest, if you got paid $100 million to do something that you enjoyed right now, but it was super hard, and you don't know if you could do it again, would you do it again? I don't know. Most people wouldn't. Most people would be settled with what they got, you know? $100 million could set you and your family for generations if you do it right.
Definitely. Man. But, you know, I mean, Conor McGregor's not the first person to get caught in these, you know, allegations and stuff. I mean, when Cristiano, he's a GOAT.
Neymar
Neymar
Kobe.
got caught in that.
Kobe.
Kobe.
He didn't even do it.
Well, we don't know.
He didn't do it.
We don't know, man. I'm not gonna say he did or he didn't.
But that's what I said. You don't know. As a
We don't
person
know.
looking through a third eye lens, you don't know if it's true or not.
Yeah.
Of course, you would say, and the media is going to skew it to the worst way possible, so they get as many clicks as possible.
Yep.
They get the most engagement,
Headlines.
Of course, they're gonna before they even knew he did something. They're like, "Oh, he did what? Drop it out right now." And news media can lie to you. So who fucking knows if he did it? I'm not saying he did. I'm not saying he didn't. I don't know. I wasn't there.
Yeah, I wasn't there. All I know is that I didn't do shit. That's all I can say. You know. But why do you guys think that is, though? You know, like, here are these guys making godly amounts of money that, you know, people dream of touching. They can, I mean, yeah, okay, some might be just monsters, I don't know. But some maybe just get caught in allegations that, you know, like, people are trying to make money off of them, obviously, because they're so rich and their status. But, like, let's say the ones that actually do commit these crimes, like, what is the psychology y'all think here? You make all this money, you can literally, like, go around the world. There are, you know, people that will take your money and give you what you're looking for. Like, why do you have to rate?
It's like power corrupts
yeah.
the mind, you know?
It's part of the thing where when you maybe people get so they get so fucking rich that they want the things they can't buy, you know?
So I could tell myself, if I had that much money, man, I'm gonna be like living like how I am now, you know, like
But you
same
don't know.
mindset. I don't know.
Yeah,
You just don't know.
that's true.
But he could be that person could be under influence of something.
Yeah,
drugs
those
or
a lot of people. When you start getting money.
I said that.
Yeah.
Or showing up to a Diddy party.
Yeah, I mean, Connor, listen.
It's networking. It's networking. Diddy's in my pants, but it's networking.
Oh man. And then what about not even those heinous kind of acts, but the stupid decision? Like, let's go back to John Jones. You know, you're to go to the UFC and you're like, you know, I see comments online all the time where after he beat, like, for instance, like after he beat Stipe, people said, man, John's biggest fight tonight is after the party between him and his car keys. Like, like, this man would get drunk and fucked up and then still choose to get in a car, crash into a pole. You know, just...
Did he flee the scene?
Why?
Also?
Which
I don't remember. Yeah, which scene? All I remember is one time he headbutted a cop car. Like he was like frustrated.
Or cracked out.
Bro, it's
Yep.
just, his life is probably just hectic ever since he was a kid.
Plus, you know, CTE, you don't even see on the outside. You don't know what he's going through too.
Yeah, you never know what anyone goes through in their mind. You know, the type of stress people crash out over daily life, over a regular desk job. Imagine what it feels like to be the champion of the fucking world, and random people are coming up to you, and you know how most people are. They're not polite. People are not nice. They're coming up to you, sign my shit. Sign my shit. I got 5 gloves for you to sign in the truck right now. Like, it's a stressful life. Being famous in general is super stressful.
See, that's why I don't blame Nate Diaz for how he acts. You know,
What, high?
Huh?
High?
If he was high, he wouldn't be pushing those people away from him.
Yeah.
That's one person that smokes way too much. I've never seen.
Well, he was it Nick? No, his older brother Nick, I think, got
There was an
caught with in the UFC where he was in the fight and they drug tested or blood tested him afterwards. There was still weed in his blood. Like he was high during his UFC fight.
Damn.
I was like, that's my cousin.
Yeah, Nick in his prime was entertaining.
Mm.
Both the brothers are super entertaining. Win or lose, they're entertaining. Honestly, in MMA, that's partially why I love it. You don't have to necessarily win
Yeah, you don't
to
have
be
to
good
belt.
or have to have a belt. You could establish yourself a name and never been champion. Look at dudes like Michael Chandler. I mean, he was a champion in other organizations, but when he came to UFC, he's not touching that belt because the level difference. But man, you tell me Michael Chandler's on a card, I'm watching that shit. You know, you know it's going to be entertaining.
Yeah, I mean, this last Saturday when he fought Charles Oliveira, that was kind of crazy. I mean, the first 4 rounds he lost, but then that 5th round, I don't know where this guy like found some extra gas in the tank, and whew, that was a close one for Charles, real close.
At the very end, he also hit him with 20 back of the head shots.
Yeah.
You saw that? I was watching. What kind of ref is this? Put me in there as a
What
ref.
kind of rep is this?
A lot of
People
bench grabs
turn-
too.
Huh?
Challenge doing a lot of bench grabs too.
He always
He's always
does that.
cheating. He's always
He's
cheating.
always being fence.
Heard that
That's the
word.
thing I don't like. Not necessarily about him, but people in general when it comes to fighting. People play that God card, that super religious, super nice card,
Mm-hmm.
and then when they fight, they're just.
The opposite.
Yeah, Chandler. He's
Fence.
like, I adopted 2 black kids. You know, like
I thought he's.
I'm a good
Like,
person.
what does that have to do with the situation?
Yeah, like
That's how.
he's
he's
grabbing
good at
the
defending.
fence,
He's
just
good.
spitting in people's mouths.
No
Back
way.
of the head. You never. His last fight with Dustin Poirier, he was bleeding him on his face and like trying to do it purposely into his mouth. and
But
shit
his
like that.
whole hand inside.
And then he
inside
fish
him.
hooked him.
Yuck.
That's like the nastiest move you can do.
Can't be
man.
doing
Yeah.
that.
Fucking putting your fingers into somebody's mouth and trying to do that to them. That's one of the nastiest things you can do.
Oh
He
man.
was playing dirty the whole time.
Yeah, and he's been doing that. I like him as a person, but as a fighter, he's just not a respectable fighter, to be honest.
But you know, every sport, I feel like there are certain things people do that it's like when you're on that level, there are things in every sport that people do to get that slight advantage. You know, like
of course.
like for example, just like in basketball, when you're running around and there are angles where the refs can't see, players can kind of like pull the jersey or get that little bit of momentum, because when you throw someone's momentum off, now you have like that extra centimeter or inch that you just need of daylight to like get the ball and beat them to the cup. It's like those
Or
little
soccer,
dirty
same
plays.
thing.
Yeah, I cheat all the time then. It's like
You
when you're
jerseys?
running side by side, you just like
Or
elbow them in the stomach or something. Anything you can do.
I've seen
Slick shit.
people running track and you gotta pass the baton. People hit the baton at other people's and shit,
Oh,
but
damn.
they make it look like an accident.
Man.
Man, not gonna lie, like those like Mexican Sunday leagues I used to play, man, bro,
Dirty.
they just have no manners, and like we're in a corner kick, like he's defending me, and then he just like fucking goes like this in my balls. Like when they kick the corner kick, I'm like, what the fuck, man? I just like push him and like try to get the ball, but
He wanted to play with some other balls right now.
fuck, man.
Hey man, he's trying to send you some signal, man.
They do anything. There was one time, guy right next to me, he's like, I'm like, what the fuck?
You should just turn on. Under your breath was like, that shit stinks, and just kept playing. And didn't say nothing else, just kept playing.
Man, I can't believe grown men were doing that to you, man. You were
No,
just a
there's
kid
no-
back then.
Oh, just know.
Nah.
Did you hear him? Mexican Sunday League, right?
Mhm.
They were 10 Modelos in each. This is a Sunday League. They just got done with their roofing job. They're going crazy.
Yeah, they are.
They're going crazy. I'm surprised they weren't running with Modelo's. Like,
Man, those guys are like fat and short, but they could run. Like,
they're strong too.
man, it's crazy.
That's that worker strength. That blue collar strength.
They come up in the painting vans, like 20 of them come out of there. It's pretty funny.
The whole team is in the white van. Bro, they get into one car accident. The whole team's gone. They're like, what happened to the whole team? They're wipes. They're out of the whole tournament. They're gone.
Oh my gosh. Oh man. But like, what sport do y'all think is like, the hardest to cheat at? I think
Usually team sports are the hardest to cheat at because there's more variables. You know?
Alright, let's do team sports first. Okay.
Hardest to cheat?
Yeah.
the hardest to cheat at team sport, Olympic rowing. Like, how do you cheat at that? You're literally just sitting there rowing a boat.
You could stop rowing as fast.
Oh, well, I mean, if it, whoa,
Yeah.
you're cheating for the other team.
Yeah.
People do that.
Oh,
people-
throw the game.
Yeah, people will
throw
throw. We've known this.
Behind the
People,
scenes type things.
people get
happen
paid, for throwing fights.
in
I don't
general.
know. Yeah, in general, even in a
Boxing
lot of
especially.
boxing in those other countries, man, they will make you throw fights. They give no shits.
Okay.
In America, we have commissions for every state. Every state has a different athletic commission, so it's harder to do it here. But you gotta be fucked if certain people aren't friends with certain basketball players. What'd you get paid this year? Bro, I got $100 million. There's people with so much money out there that they really could do that.
Mhm.
There's people betting lifelong money all day long.
Yeah, Jay
Alright.
Leno.
Jay Leno, Dana White's betting 200K hands when he's paying fighters 50.
All right. Well, throwing is different, but like we're talking about cheating, like cheating to win. In terms of that, like,
Cheating to win.
mm-hmm.
Throwing games is easier for team sports, but cheating to win,
Oh, hold on 1 second.
it's a very simple team sport. To win, maybe water polo. You drown everybody. You just have two guys that just stays at the bottom, holds people's feet,
Yo.
tries to drown them. Have you
Yo.
ever actually watched water polo?
Mm-hmm.
Shit, actually like intense.
It is.
It's like they're wrestling in the water and doing all this other stuff. That's a crazy sport. It's one of those sports where it's so hard where you can't get popular.
Yeah.
Horseback riding.
Horseback riding.
Mhm.
Easy to cheat.
Pump up the horses with steroids and shit.
Yeah, do they check that? I don't know.
Maybe they do. I mean, with horseback riding, people are always putting money on horses. Like,
There's money. Yeah, there's money.
I feel like, they're gonna make sure you're not cheating because.
Or those the jockeys that actually ride the horses. All of them are like less than 130, 140 pounds. They're all small as shit.
Maybe even less than 100.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like some are even some are tiny.
They're all like little Mexicans, right? Like
I don't know about that. He said that. He said it.
what? They are. Look at their skin color. They're all like little.
Yo!
How do you see their skin? They're wearing fucking shit. Too. They're wearing gloves and shit. They got glasses that half their face. He just knows. He's like, he sees the chin hair. He's like Mexican. That's a Mexican. Hispanic man right there. Takes one to know one. That's how.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's just super light people.
No, but it's crazy though. Like, where do they find these jockeys at?
It's like anything. People are just intrigued by shit and they try it. And then you have a pool of the people that try it and then you pick those. Or maybe it's like high school where your football coach is like, that's a good one right here. How big are you, boy? It's the opposite. Like, you're small. We could use you.
Is there like a little people like that database? They just look at that.
They just
Hey.
they should go to the doctor's office. They're like, give me everybody that's smaller than 5'10".
Yeah.
That's
automated and
crazy. Damn. So some people are born into this world, and maybe they do have a second chance at life if all else fails.
Be a horseback rider.
Be a horseback rider. Wow.
You're 6'3" and you're like, I want to be a horseback rider.
Fucking.
It's like, yo, this dude's going to war.
Alright, that was a good one, man. Horseback riding. It is easy to cheat in, but it's easy to get caught in, too. And you know, you might end up looking like Jay Leno.
What happened to him?
What happened to Jay Leno?
He fell down a hill.
Wait, what?
Well, you didn't see this week?
No. Oh, it was this week?
Yeah, the interview.
Yeah,
Well,
there was like
oh, that's sad.
yeah, news reporter like came up to him and he was wearing like an eye patch and this whole entire part of his face was just bruised.
That's a rough fall too. He's old too.
That's wrong.
I believe anything.
No, that's fun. You lied to me?
No,
Oh.
it's for real. Like, but like, you think that was from a fall? Like,
Oh, you gotta show him the picture.
people think,
What happened?
you know, he owes some people money. They paid him a visit,
I don't know.
and
I've seen-
Black eyes.
I've seen some old people fall. They get fucked up.
It's like no scratches, no nothing.
nothing. It's just a big bruise. And he said he fell down a hill, so it's like you should have
the
said.
Hampton Inn.
I don't know. Maybe if
In
it was something head
Vegas.
to end, maybe they know.
in Vegas.
Oh, he's fucked up. Then.
Yeah, he was just drunk as fuck. Oh.
I could not see him. I don't know.
I like how everything was like, you never know, and then he said in Vegas. Oh yeah, he fucked up. He fucked up.
You left that detail out. Vegas is nasty. I was just there 2 weeks ago. I'm fucking at the tables or I'm at in the casino. I see people probably losing their last fucking dime. There's people betting hands, and then right after they just cry. And you're like,
Oh my god.
who the fuck? What did you lose? You know?
Wait, who was crying? Imitate
Huh?
for us. Can you imitate it for us? Like, really just.
Like, I was like,
Can you imitate it?
oh, shit. I lost all my money. I don't know. But it's just crazy to think that people are really that addicted to gambling. I don't understand it because I went, I gamble a little bit. Every dollar I fucking lose is like a stab to my chest. It's just like,
It's like a chemical imbalance in their head that's getting them to try to get that high again.
you're gonna win, you're gonna win. Or it's the fucking memes that get them. Everybody that's a loser is the one that quit, you know? You just gotta keep gambling. The next hit, that's the one.
Yeah, I mean, gambling is just a cycle that, you just can't break because it gets to you. When you lose, you're like, oh man, I gotta recover it. So then you keep on, you could recover or you dig yourself deeper. And then eventually you fall out of the cycle, you dig yourself too deep. But then the ones that do recover, now they're thinking, oh man, I'm riding this lucky streak now. I can keep winning. And then they keep on going. Some, like 1%, break it out of the cycle and they get banned from every casino. But you're not in that 1%, buddy.
Yeah, they're all
You're
fucking
not him.
losers.
You're not him.
You're not him. Like,
I mean, right? Vegas is full with a bunch of losers. Like they're all losers.
I mean, how do you think casinos make money? By winners?
yeah. The saying goes, man. I don't know how come people don't realize it. Like the house always wins, but
Not today.
not today. Not today.
Oh shit! I don't have money to pay for my fucking house next month.
My son.
No, I'm gonna lose my son.
Oh, my house. My house.
My son in my house. I think there is rooms in Vegas where you could bet shit like that, where you bet, oh, this is my house deed. Oh, this is my wedding.
No, you would know, huh? Yeah.
It's dark times.
He took another man's house.
Vegas gets nasty, man. There's a reason why there's so many homeless people.
Yeah, how does the homeless survive?
They have those underground tunnels. They're called mole cities. You never read about that?
I've seen a documentary.
Bro, those are crazy. I had one friend, I don't know if you ever met Shadi.
Mm-hmm.
This man was like, we should go see the mole city. I was like, fuck no, we should not gotta go see the mole city.
We could kill him.
Yeah. Get killed, you're gonna get your pockets taken for sure, at least. You just go down there, they're like all the nicest people in the world. She's like, man, I was just down bad in my luck.
Hey, you want some that?
Fucking red, man. I keep putting it on black, it keeps hitting red. You're like, oh, I gotta go. It's fun though if you stay there for a couple days. A week max. Really, most people say 3-4 days max. But
There's really not much to do when you think about things. If you take the gambling part out.
Honestly,
of
if you take it, there is a lot of shit to do. There's fucking a bunch of little shows, comedy shows,
it
concerts.
just costs a little
Yeah,
too
it just
much
costs.
money.
Yeah, it costs money though, you know.
But
I,
yeah,
this is what I
good.
mean. Yeah, anywhere you fucking go, there's shit to do. It's just, do you have enough money to do it or not? You know. People from Atlanta go, bro, Atlanta, there's nothing to do, because you don't have enough money to do this shit in Atlanta. People come visit here for a reason. There's shit to do. You know? You just don't want to spend that money every weekend.
Yeah, but sadly with Atlanta, you're right. Like, yeah, you're right about that money part because I really don't want to go and throw like thousands of dollars at the strip clubs.
Yeah, we are known for strip clubs. Yeah.
Like, yeah, we have comedy clubs. We have like bowling, jazz club, bars, those kind of things. But like, when people coming to Atlanta, you know, they're trying to see. They're trying to see Magic City.
You saw the Indian family from India that went to Magic City just to take pictures. They came to Atlanta. They're like, "We got to go to Magic City," and then they went to Magic City to take pictures. And shit. I was like, "Bro, that's like going to Stone Mountain to take pictures, but you went to Magic City."
That's crazy. And like, they actually went inside and like took pictures.
They're just like,
That's hilarious.
Like,
their head just locked in the
like a cobra.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to take that out.
Oh man, we just lost. Like
we just lost 1 billion views.
Yep, we just lost a
Indians.
Fuck, we just lost Indians.
1 billion potential viewers. Oh my gosh.
I feel like you could do more in other countries. You know, like for example, Thailand.
Oh, of course.
Japan.
But that goes back to what? Because your currency is stronger. Meaning you have more money to do that shit. Do you think the fucking locals that make $10 a day is going to the cigar lounge for a $50 cigar? Fuck no.
Even an $8 one would kill
Yeah,
them.
$8 one. You go home, your wife's like, "We need food for the kids." You're like, "The kids? Oh shit!
Oh shit!
I just smoked
Forgot
for an
about the rent.
hour." Yeah, things are cheaper over there, but the gap, the wealth gap between people is so big. That's why shit is cheaper for us, because we're rich compared to those people that make that money. You know? You go to any of those other countries, you'll see nothing but Ferraris, Lambos, the nicest restaurants, nicest clubs, nicest this and that. But you'll also see some of the craziest shit. You'll see fucking homeless children, not just children, like homeless babies. You know? And you realize there's no infrastructure, there's no help, there's no assistance. It's if you got it, you got it. That's the fucked up part.
We saw dancing kids in Vietnam.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Against their will.
Man.
Not
You're
that kind of dancing.
Yeah,
like,
but they're just. Watch my TikTok. I do TikTok dance number 1, number 2. Which one you want? I need $1 million.
Back on the subject of Atlanta, besides the strip clubs, what do y'all think attracts people to come to Atlanta? Because I've always wondered, like, wow, there's so many foreigners there. Besides, the schools. Like, what attracts them?
I mean, like, it depends on who. I
What
feel
you
like,
you know?
yeah, I
Probably
feel
the
like,
wings. Yeah, I agree.
You said the wings. But I do think in Atlanta there is something for everybody.
yeah.
You just have to know to find it or not. You know?
I mean, when you see people that move here, I mean, statistically, it's a lot of old people. Florida is filled. And, they moved there for, like, retirement and stuff. So, the next best thing, right on top of Florida, is Georgia.
My thing is,
like,
every major city is almost the same. You want to buy designer? Every city's got it. You want to go to a club? Every city's got a club. You want to go to a strip club? Every city got a strip club. When you go to metro areas in America, they're all pretty much the same.
Except, things that are not the same are, like, good weather.
The terrain, the weather.
Yeah, the terrain, like, stuff like that.
The nature.
Yeah, nature,
Man,
property value.
Yeah. This is another thing. Georgia, like, let's just leave Atlanta.
Yeah, Georgia.
We have really nice mountains, really nice wilderness. Bro, think about Blue Ridge, Helen, all those areas. People love going to those areas. I talked to friends from Florida, like, bro, I'm tired of the fucking beach. I want to go to those mountains. And then we're like, oh, I want to go to the beach, it's just one of those things where you have so much access to it, you don't care for it. You don't look at it as something that's valuable, you know. But when people look from the outside, they see the value in it.
Yeah.
That's why you always hear people when they move somewhere, they're like, "Oh, this is the best place ever."
Yeah.
You just think it's that cool because you looked for these things. You know? Regular people live their day-to-day life, wake up, eat, work, go home, sleep.
Yeah.
You're not looking up what's the Fies Club, what's this, what's that, what's, you know? You just go along your day.
We're more diverse than the states around us.
100%.
Third largest Korean population in the state of Georgia compared to the other states. It's crazy. Because I couldn't even find a Korean restaurant in the states around us.
Bro, even Florida. I went to Orlando, where my cousins live. They were like, "Oh, this is the Vietnamese area." It's like 15 fucking shops. They're all doing shit, and all the food sucks.
And one full restaurant that's terrible.
And all the food fucking sucks.
Oh my god.
It is actually bad.
Yeah, you been there?
Yeah, I have family in Orlando.
Yeah, like, I was like, bro, your food sucks here. They're like, "Oh, this is the best Vietnamese shop." I was like, bro, this shit sucks.
It's bland. Dude.
Yeah, it's bland. It's just not
no
good.
type of real seasoning.
They have like bologna and Swiss cheese bun.
And then when it rains, it's even worse because they don't have sidewalks.
Yeah,
You're driving in the mud.
Yeah.
Dang, that's crazy.
It made me appreciate Georgia.
I mean, the only thing I know Orlando for is Disney World and that kind of stuff.
So the thing you realize, areas that always have those big ass attractions, like look at us with Six Flags. In those areas, there's fucking nothing. Really, it's just space that was cheap. So, and it was a center area where you could get everybody to go to.
The neighborhoods around Disney, they're struggling because one of my aunts lives a couple blocks away. It's the real struggle.
Well, there's just not a.
No, there's houses and stuff. It's just like I said about the rain. Like, Jesus, the road is in mud. Well, they don't have a sidewalk, but if there was one, it's in mud.
Yeah, and you have to think about what just happened over there too.
Yeah.
Probably just fucked that whole area.
The mornings really stink because the air from the beaches and so on.
Yeah, I can see that. Fucking alligators. Everywhere you go, there's fucking alligators.
Yeah, you gotta watch out for these things. Alligators.
They said if there's a body of water in Florida, there's alligators in there.
I mean, shoot, like those areas that like get like, you know, that are near those big attractions and are undeveloped. Do you guys think those companies have some say in it? Like they tell the government to like, hey, just ignore it, so we
don't think
push those people
you don't
out.
think Disney has any kind of monopoly on their area? Of course they fucking do. It's Disney. They own the fucking actors like that work for them. You don't think they own all the land around it, or they have a say at least?
I mean, Disney. You know, talking about Disney, like y'all heard about that conspiracy theory, where like they made the movie Frozen, so that when people type in like Disney Frozen, it will come up as the movie, and not the fact that Walt Disney is like cryogenically preserved.
I've heard about that rumor since I was a little kid. That he's.
Yeah, I've heard about that rumor too, but like now they made a movie in recent years when we got older called Frozen. So like when people type in Disney and Frozen, that rumor will be wiped off the face of like human mind. Like, what? Walt Disney was cryogenically preserved?
So they need to make a movie where it's called Disney Nudes or something, because you remember back in the day, Disney used to have like dicks in their fucking clouds. Used to have like, you didn't know that?
I saw one picture.
No, that's true.
Wow.
That's true, bro. Like, or just random stuff. There's a video of the original Mickey Mouse. Like, way back
I remember that.
He's putting his dick in the cheese. He's doing Swiss cheese with his penis. Like,
Oh, that's funny.
like you're just watching it like, I did not remember that. But you realize a lot of kid shows, they put that kind of humor where it's like secretive for adults too, because adults are the ones that are taking the kids there.
Or they're just sick in the head. You know?
Yeah.
There's definitely
Yeah, just like the Pocahontas story. It's not really a romance story.
Oh yeah, it's a white dude that stole a native,
Yep.
a native
She
girl.
was taken hostage. So she didn't really have a choice.
I mean, talking about like you know, kids shows and stuff. Y'all seen how like they make shows like Coco Melon and stuff like that. Like once a month, like the company that distributes those like shows, they'll bring like a group of kids and they'll take them in like one by one. The main screen will show like Coco Melon or whatever show they're trying to push out, and there's a screen next to it called like the Distractathon, and they'll have like showings of people doing mundane activities like pouring, milk into cereal, eating breakfast, driving a car. So like, they'll track the eyes of the children to see like when they move their eyes to the distractathon. So then they'll like tailor these kids shows in a way where they never take their eyes off the screen.
Bro, I 100% believe that. My nephew watches that show every now and then. You cannot break his concentration when he's watching it. And it's kind of scary. Because you're like, you're not even watching anything. I mean, he's also 2 years old. But, but literally, like, you're not watching anything really.
Mm-hmm.
And Coco Melon is just like surface level. There's shows that are way worse. There's shows that don't even have any dialogue at all.
Mm-hmm.
People don't even talk. It's just constant screen cutting, screen changing. Things that where it keeps their attention, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the best with no dialogue was like Tom and Jerry, you know?
Yeah, because the scenes were long though, if you think about it.
Yeah. That's
But
what
now
was, like,
everything changes.
creativity.
Yeah. It's creativity, but it's also, it was kind of weird too. You look back at it, they were sexualizing animals and stuff like that. Like, even Disney, there'd be fucking the bunny with big tits. Like, what the fuck? Like, why does this bunny have
She was
tits?
fine though.
Alright, here we go.
The Space Jam bunny.
We got a furry
Come
over
on.
here. We got a furry.
No, did
We got a furry over here. Oh,
So it's
whoa.
not Diddy, it was a girl bunny. Crazy.
Yeah. But I mean, maybe that's just how. Yeah, I mean, that's just how, society is developing and generations kind of, get further and further apart as we go. I mean, you see how, like, we have, like, a disconnect with our parents sometimes. And then we have a bigger disconnect with our grandparents, like, because the level of thinking and what they were exposed to is, like, all different. So now these kids are exposed to, like, this new generation of entertainment, and we got TikToks.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you guys hear about the brain rot and all this and all that.
I don't hear, but I feel it.
So.
Grandma be in that senior citizen home going, this kid needed to buy a doctor. All I'm going to remember is those goddamn shits, man.
It messes with your attention span.
It
too.
does.
Like I used to be able to just sit down, relax, watch a full anime episode. But now it's like every few minutes I just check my phone. Do some
For
new
no
shit.
reason.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I put
eventually
timers on
long-term.
my social media now, but even then, it's,
I really got to put my phone away.
you just type, oh, give me another 5 minutes. Give me another 5 minutes. It's like a dopamine hit every time. Give me another 5 minutes.
This goes back to the casino, which is why you shouldn't gamble. Another $5. Another $5.
When it comes to gambling, I believe it switches when you stop having fun. You know, when you gamble, it should just be you having fun. But once you start feeling you need to win it back, or one more hit, get the hell out of there. It's even as like investing or trading. How many people invest at the all time right now? People are investing as much as they can.
Wait, that's not what you're supposed to do? Buy high, sell low?
People
Oh,
are
man.
buying as much as they can right now.
Oh, man.
And it's just that constant cycle. And then they watch it, and then you just keep watching it. It's going down. It's going down. It's going down. It's going down. Then they sell it. 2 years down, like, oh, I should have kept. Like,
Yo, calm down, man. That's what I used to do.
most people. No, I did it too. But once you get emotional about something, you're gonna lose.
Yeah, definitely.
That's like anything.
No doubt.
I mean, like, the logic is kind of like, I mean, once you buy something and you're losing money on it, what's the harm of just leaving it there? You already lost the money, right? Like, people should just leave it there. Who knows? A couple of years later, it'll come back
But
up.
that's the biggest thing. You should only invest in what you can afford to lose.
Yeah.
People are taking out loans
Oh.
to make investments,
Mm-hmm.
It's
and that's
insane.
what's wrecking them. You know, or taking out equity out of their home to fucking invest in Dogecoin.
That's scary.
Like, bro, what are you doing?
This is not financial advice. Do whatever y'all want. But it kind of is financial advice.
This is financial.
Don't take a loan.
This is financial advice.
Don't take an equity.
Don't be a dumbass. That's it. Okay? You got 2 kids, you got a wife to take care of, you work a 9 to 5. Don't take $25,000 out of your house to put into a fucking meme.
But
Those
sometimes
coins.
you gotta risk it, you know?
That is not financial.
No, come on, sometimes you gotta.
I like how this is the angel and the devil over here.
Your kid's like, Dad, why do I have to work at the age of 6? Because I tried to risk it, son. Tried to risk it. Well, you smoke. Now you're smoking a cigar. You can't afford a cigar. You're on pre-rolled cigarettes. It's like your dad just tells you fucking stories every couple months. We had it all. We had it all. I had 100 mil in my trust wallet. I swear I did. Forgot the code.
Yo, that's a true story, man. One of us here actually did. Well, never mind. They didn't forget the code. They lost the code.
Shit like that happens, bro.
Who else is going?
I think it's worth like. I think like 20,000 now. Yeah.
Damn. Wait,
But you can't.
back then you didn't even have a whole Bitcoin yet?
No, I didn't even.
Oh.
You couldn't even. The thing though.
Because I was like, I didn't know what Bitcoin was, so I'm like, I'm gonna get like a quarter. Like,
so if it was worth 200K right now, you best believe you're tearing the whole house.
I'm helping you. I'm taking a commission. Not that much. I just want 5%.
You're gonna disassemble the whole entire house.
It might be in the TV. I fucking bring the TV down.
Man, check the pair of pants that you didn't throw away from
No,
you.
it was like in a little like glass like thing my mom had in like one of her cabinets, and then we moved so many times. I think she just threw it out.
Oh, yeah,
you
it's
know?
gone.
Yeah, it's gone.
It's gone.
So you can't
Yeah.
hide shit when other people have access to it.
Yeah, I was a dumbass little kid, you know. So I was like,
Dang, you didn't even believe it.
I didn't even believe it.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
there used to be this thing called the Bitcoin faucet. You say that?
Yeah, I remember that. They gave you 5 free Bitcoin.
Just if you had the faucet running on your computer.
Yeah. But then it also gave you 5 free viruses.
If someone told me this, that you're gonna lose your MacBook, but you're gonna get 500K, I'm like, how many MacBooks you want to fuck up? Like, you know, I'll let this drip on 5 different MacBooks. If you knew what was gonna happen.
Yeah, exactly.
Who gives a fuck about the virus on your shit?
You're right, man. Listen, knowing what we know now, I'll go back and freaking get all the viruses.
They're like looking at your computer screen, like you know your password and shit. They're like,
I just want to go back in time and hide my first edition holographic Charizard.
Oh yeah,
And
you'd
the
be sad.
Blastoise. I'm still pissed off it got thrown out.
Bro, I had so many Yu-Gi-Oh cards, so many Pokemon cards when I was a kid. I used to fucking use them to jam under the doors and all this other shit, this random stuff. Who knows how much those certain things
bro,
are
we had it in a storage place, and that shit flooded, and like half of the cards got destroyed.
That's
Like,
crazy.
what the
How do we all have trauma stories about Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon cards? Because
Because it's a kid that
I used to have thousands of Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards, and then like one time we had to clean out a room, but like I wasn't at home,
parents threw them.
and like they threw them in the trash, and I was like, wait, why didn't y'all just set them to the side and wait for me to get home and ask me, you know, what happened? Like, you know, do you still need this or something? And then COVID happened, and y'all saw how all those cards just skyrocketed. I'm like, oh my god, I had like Blue Eyes, White Dragons, Exodias, and all of that stuff in there, and yep, I was gone.
Man, I can't lie, I got addicted again, back to like buying cards recently.
Hold that thought. So he's back to buying crack?
I was buying. It just cuts off on that.
On the next episode.
Yeah, once we come back, we'll just like finish this card talk and then tell about the cigar and call it.
Yeah.
What button do I press on?
Just like the shutter button.
Maybe he should do it.
It's like in front, like closer to me, the button, the big button.
This one?
Yeah, yeah.
Fucking leggings, Steve.
What is this?
Yeah, that here keeps talking off for some reason. Anyway, he's
Let's go.
Yep.
Back to
Alright,
what I
so
was saying.
we were back. Oh yeah, you were saying you went to started buying cards.
Yeah,
Playing
I
cards.
went back through a mini phase. It was only for the last 3-4 months.
Hmm.
And I started buying fucking Pokemon cards and Yu-Gi-Oh cards and shit again, just to open them.
Mm-hmm.
The first couple boxes I bought, I was like, holy shit, I'm actually making my money back. Maybe this is a new investment. My fucking ass. I went to Vegas and I bought $300 worth of just Pokemon cards.
Mm.
It was part of my gambling budget.
I can't blame you, man. I would do the same thing.
I didn't hit shit. I was like, holy fuck! I just spent $300 on cardboard and I didn't hit any of it. That's what it is. Cardboard.
What cards? 151s or
Whatever they had. I think Paldea evolved,
Mm.
and it was this Greninja kit that was like exclusive to GameStop. It was like $120 for the. Had 16 packs in it. It was a bunch of random shit. Had nothing in it. Absolutely fucking nothing. And after that, I was like, this is just gambling now. This is gambling. 100% just gambling. And this is how they got kids addicted. And then those are the kids that are now filling the casinos. I was like, fuck, I can't do this.
It's just like the claw machines.
Yep, claw machines is part of the game. They have claw machines at casinos. Alright, fuck all the gambling though. Back to the cigars. How you guys liking the cigars?
Well, I'm smoking a Zino. This is a pretty clean cigar. You know, it's just not a crazy flavor profile. It just has, I don't know. It's like it's pretty smooth. Not peppery. Not woody. Not earthy. Just kind of like
Simple, easy.
simple, easy smoke. Yeah, it leaves like a taste as if, I don't know, maybe like butter or something, like very slight. Like it just leaves that slight buttery, taste note on the palate.
I honestly like that taste in cigars. Like that creamy, no diddler taste.
No.
But yeah, the creamy butteriness of Connecticut shade cigars, I usually like that a lot. Same thing with when you're smoking.
This one's so. You introduced me to this cigar.
Yeah.
And like before that, I smoked like maybe 15, 20 cigars. They all tasted like the nuttiness of tobacco. And before I smoked this one at the lounge, I smoked the Opus, right?
Yeah.
Like try this one. This is the cigar that like it was like
stood out to you.
Moment.
You had the you
I
had
was
the
like,
finally the aha. Like I know why people
Yeah.
actually like cigars. And that's the best feeling too when you find a cigar you finally like. Holy shit! I liked them before, but this is I see why people like this shit.
And this one's smooth. It's like tastes like butter, caramel. It's a little spicy. Like
Fuck, what was the name again? I can't remember it on the top of my head.
Pegnataro.
Yeah. Foundation Pegnataro. Yeah, that's a great cigar.
And that's the sister right there.
Yeah, the fucking smoking the Charter Oak Pasquale. That one's definitely better. This is a good cigar, but I felt like this one was just more one flavor throughout. But it was just definitely maybe too strong for my liking. I kind of like a easier smoke where I'm just relaxing. But I also haven't smoked in a couple weeks, so I feel like the nicotine's definitely in there.
Yeah. But I smoked that one because I tried this.
Yeah. You want to like try the other
It
one?
was like
There's a night and day difference.
night and day.
Like you would think, oh, maybe because this is a similar line that I'm gonna like it.
Yeah.
But you realize once they have a completely different wrapper, the taste is completely different.
Because the filler is the same.
Yeah, but the wrapper is where the flavor comes from. You know? A lot of people think, oh, the filler is where the flavor comes from because there's so much more. But the wrapper is where the thickest tobacco or the nicest tobacco. That's where the flavor comes from.
Yeah.
So what'd you have?
Mine's is a Perdomo Habano. It's probably one of the worst cigars I've ever had. Actually, probably the worst because it feels like I'm in the sand dunes and my tongue's in the sand dunes.
Very a dry
It's
smoke.
very extremely dry.
Yeah.
It's like I don't taste anything but the sand. I'm in the desert myself. So would I ever buy this again? No.
Well,
with this brand, I'm not sure I'm going to try it again.
even if they sent you like free cigars.
No.
There's so much hate on Perdomo,
right? The reason I feel like there's so much hate is because it's a quantity brand, you know? It's one of those brands when you first start smoking, cigar lounges would tell you, oh, try this, you know? It's entry-level smoke. But there's a reason why they're one of the biggest brands, because you think about most people when it comes to cigars, people are not connoisseurs. They just want something cheap, simple, nice.
I agree.
And that brand's almost at every single cigar lounge.
Yeah.
There hasn't been a cigar lounge you walked in and they didn't have Perdomo. And part of the reason is because the Perdomo, I think headquarters is in Florida. And the guy
Yep.
that has it, he's American too, so he's building relationships with people in America with it. So.
And some people love unseasoned food, so
Yeah.
this is perfect for those type of people.
But specifically that one, I told you before you even lit it, I don't like that
Oh yeah,
So for white people,
I'm like you. With who?
for white people,
So you can get anyone that doesn't, that doesn't have any type
We don't
of
racially
taste.
profile.
Yeah, we don't racially profile.
Nah, man, say it with your chest. He's right. It's for white people. Like white people, they
fries no salt. You
Yeah.
know?
microwave fried chicken.
That's wild.
We see you, man. Stop. Stop that.
Just stop.
It just really gets to the point where it starts tasting like sand and like human ashes.
Human. Well, hold on.
It's
How do you know what human
it's the
ashes taste
gritty
like?
taste.
Yeah,
like,
like
What?
it's really
Wait,
tastes.
Smoked his grandpa or
Wait,
something.
y'all are just gonna like skip over that? How do you know what human ashes taste like? Hold on. Wait.
And frankly, I don't think I would enjoy it.
Wait. Hold on.
you never tasted
No,
the ashes, but it tasted like humany. You know?
Yeah, I did not see that coming.
Yo.
Tastes like burnt hair. No.
The smell, you like the smell of it? I hate that smell. Burnt hair. It smells like nasty hot Cheetos to me.
What? That's what a burning person smells like, then.
You know what? At least like, hey, it's keep it all honest. Like,
Just that branch is not for you.
yeah, the brand just
Yeah,
ain't for
brand's
you.
not for me.
But have you tried the champagne one?
No.
The champagne one is to me the best Perdomo.
That
True.
one was,
Everyone has
Everyone
a
says
good.
that.
Yeah, it's like consensus.
That one was featured on the TV series Penguin.
Which
The
one?
Penguin.
The
The newest one, yeah.
This
No,
one?
no, Champagne. The Champagne.
Oh, the
episode
This
one.
one exactly. The one over there. See that one?
Yeah.
With
That
the
was
red
it.
label. I don't know which one that is.
That 10th anniversary sun
Sun-
grown whatever.
Sun grown. Yeah.
The
But
reason
there was
why,
multiple.
probably-
There was multiple cigars in each episode, so that's
So-
not the only one.
So probably
Oh,
the
okay.
reason why those were in there is they probably just went to the most closest cigar lounge where we need cigars. What's one of the cheapest boxes?
I did also find out that the prop maker also made fake versions of it too, but they definitely smoked some real ones. They probably just bought one cigar.
Prop cigars, like what do
and
you
then they,
even use for a prop cigar?
Plastic, like they just literally
for the
make
box.
like plastic, like looking.
Yeah.
Like on the Penguin, they used they made like Monte Cristos, but it's like plastic
You can see
replicas. Yeah,
And a box
it's like a whole box of it.
Oh, you can tell they're plastic.
Oh yeah.
Like when you look at it, I mean, like the camera work, when it goes by, oh man, but like when you freeze the frame and like you're really looking at them, you're like, oh, those are props.
Yeah.
Like it's like too, like the wrapper, it's like too shiny,
But most of the time, they do that because they don't give a shit. It's only for a small cutscene.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's just an accessory.
Exactly.
You know what's funny though? In John Wick, I don't need that.
Oh no, for me.
Oh, for you?
Yeah, I just need to find.
For in John Wick, they actually smoked real cigars in it, and they were smoking God of Fires.
Really?
I've never
Yeah.
tried
I think it was
those.
the first. I like that cigar, but I think it's kind of too expensive for what it is. I think for that price, the $30 to $40 range, there's a lot of good cigars out there. That cigar is. How much did you pay for a box? Do you remember?
It came down to 11 each for 25
There's 25 of them. There's only 14 in the box.
or 12.
Yeah, or 12 or something.
12 or something. Yeah. But it came out to 11. A little less than 11.
Like that's a
Yeah.
relatively cheaper, but it's a great cigar. It shows you price doesn't really.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing with food. You could eat the most expensive steak ever, but you wouldn't want to eat that every day. But you would
Yeah.
love to have your home cooked meals every day. Like there's
Mm.
it's just different. It's preference.
Mm.
There's people out there that only smoke opus, or that only smoke this or only smoke that.
I saw that on
Smoke
Reddit too.
Cubans.
Yeah.
I mean, there are people out there that only smoke Cubans, and they think that Cubans are the
Very
greatest,
close
this
minded
and
if they
that.
only smoke Cubans.
And it's just like, I mean, like, yeah, smoke what you like, but like, don't push that idea upon people. Like, oh, this is the only thing you should be smoking. It's like, no, that's the only thing you should be smoking. Let people explore and try different things. Like,
For me personally, I kind of do like the Cuban profile more, just because I don't like super strong cigars.
Same.
But most of the time I do smoke New World brands just because it's easier to get in America.
Mm.
It's hard to get Cuban cigars, and you can't trust people if you buy them over here.
Mm.
There's so many fakes, and it's just not worth the hassle.
Have you tried AJ Fernandez's cigars?
I'm not a big fan of AJ Fernandez.
How was it?
I think most of his cigar blends in general are kind of too strong or peppery for me.
Okay, we're gonna.
But
avoid
there are some really good ones. He has this one called El Pulpo. It has like an octopus on it.
Yeah.
A lot of people like that. I've never tried it, but I'm willing to try that one. There's a couple that I'm willing to try. A lot of people like the New World. You hear that AJ Fernandez New World cigars? They have
I
a
tried
bunch
one of. Oh no, you tried it at
I never-
the public house.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the Beatles in it.
No, I wasn't even there.
That was the one you tried.
No, I wasn't even there. Wrong
Yeah,
agent.
And it was
Wrong
it was
agent.
really good.
No, you were. It was like the week of Halloween.
Well, I don't remember. If it's good, I believe it. Yeah.
We were sitting at the bar.
I wasn't the biggest fan of that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm not a big fan of a lot of his stuff, but there's a couple cigars that he made that's I can't think of right now that I do like. But I'm the kind of person where if I don't like 80% or even 50 or 60% of your company cigars, I'm not going to even waste my time buying or trying to find one that is good. I don't want to smoke 10 cigars and then only find one that's good. You know? I feel like I've smoked enough to where kind of get a general sense of what brands are trying to do. I kind of just have certain brands I like. I really only buy 5 or 6 brands, less than 8 brands that I constantly buy.
But I think the consensus that we can all agree on, the one company that everyone always says to avoid is Gurkha.
Oh hell yeah. Avoid it at all costs.
And the reason why people avoid it is just not because it's just a cigar. They do make some shitty cigars. They have some good cigars too. But that brand as a whole is like a gimmick. The original owner of Gurkha was like some brand, I think, in India or Pakistan. And it was one of those weird countries because a Gurkha is a soldier. And that's what they
soldier.
the pronounce of or the name of the soldier in that country. And this businessman went to that country, saw the name and all this stuff, and he was like, I like this. And he bought the company. So at the beginning, it was already just a business deal. You know, it was no passion, no love within it.
You bought it for like $256.
You saw that, right? Yeah, it was nothing. Yeah. But certain brands, you look at like a Fuente, for example. That brand has been passed down for over 3 generations, and it's a family-owned brand. This brand was started from this guy's great-great-grandfather, you know? And ever since then, that it's only been in the Fuente family as a brand. It never changed hands. Maybe they had investors and stuff like that, but the true owners or the true faces never changed. And for me, I'm willing to invest in that. You know, like these people are willing to put their lifeline, their family name onto something. I'll spend my money on that. But if I learn if something's just like a gimmick or a cash grab, there's
no passion.
There's no passion. There's no. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be a part of it. You know?
Our next step. Oh yeah.
But Gurkha as well. They have. If you look at what is the most expensive cigar in the world, it's a fucking Gurkha, because all they do is attention grabbing, marketing. It's a fucking cigar that's
Crazy names. Yeah.
wrapped in
Diamonds. Or
diamonds and gold. The covers that's not a fucking cigar. It has nothing to do with the cigar.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with the product that true aficionados are looking for. It's just you're waiting for the dickhead that just is giving the most expensive cigar. The dude that's never smoked cigars, you know, he's the one that's buying that.
Well, on that note, y'all, don't be a dickhead. Don't get scammed out here. Smoke what you like, but smoke the best.
And next episode, we're all smoking Gurkhas, alright?
I will not be there.
I will also not be there. So
This
next
will be
time
a-
you'll only see him smoking.
And there's gonna be NPCs there's like, so guys, what do you guys want to talk about? Oh, there's nobody here. Fuck. You gotta just have a Discord with the.
Yeah, you guys are in bed on FaceTime, like.